You see, let me just tell you the truth. Right now, as we speak, most of the money and actually the real money, it's actually going the online way. Let me tell you the crazy thing that will happen. And when it will happen, you'll actually be shocked. Would you imagine if I tell you today there is somebody who eats and drinks YouTube? Somebody is a TikToker somewhere. Somebody is a Instagrammer somewhere. They post videos constantly. And by the way, that's where they eat and drink and dress and do their things. Can you imagine this? A time will come where people will actually be leaving those things to their children. You see, we are used to parents leaving things like investments, real estate, lands, and what have you. Those are traditional things that people used to or still do leave to people. But you're looking forward to a situation whereby somebody will be writing a will and saying, hey, I'm going to leave my whole YouTube channel to a certain individual. And by the way, I do write my will that my Instagram will go to, you get what I'm saying? For example, if right now I ask you a very simple question, if I tell you, show me what Mark Zuckerberg owns, you can't really substantiate. You can't like bring it. Like, for example, say if you own a real estate somewhere, if you own a flat, you can take me to your flat and show me, hey, this is the thing that I own. This is the product that I have. But if Mark Zuckerberg, what can they show you? They'll just pull a phone from their pocket and show you, hey, you know this thing that you're seeing here, this app, I own that thing. And that's why one of the billionaires in this world. What exactly does it mean? It tells you that the life and the world is actually changing. Money is actually online. And if you're being left behind, honestly speaking, by the way, let me tell you one secret. We are now shifting from the technology to the artificial intelligence. And that means to you, to yourself, even you are not even caught up with the technology. And this is the best time to invest on online. This is the best time to actually get a piece of this online thing. And when I say online thing, I do believe there is a lot of scamming that goes out there. All what you need to do is be very, very careful. These quick returns that you're being promised, hey, I don't know what, invest this amount of money. After 3 hours, we double it. You know, those are scams. Never fall to those things. What you're supposed to understand whenever it comes to wealth creation, it's never a splint. It's usually what? A marathon. And this is what I would like to give you as a parting shot, not as a parting shot, so but at least as an information that you're supposed to rely on when I tell you that the money is online. What are you supposed to understand? What the actually online thing is actually trying to do, it is helping you to scale down your business. What is to scale? To scale is to actually make you reach more people. And when you reach more people, then it means that you're actually going to make more out of them. Okay, to scale down, for example, I always give an example. I've posted this video. Okay, this video is potentially viewable, or it can actually be viewed by anybody who has an access to YouTube, be it you're Kenyan, you are wherever you come from, you can actually be able to view this video. And therefore that tells you that I have most of the people actually at my disposal who can be able to watch this video. Assuming if I was selling a product, it means I don't confine myself within my own or self locality. Let's say maybe I own like a boutique shop and I'm selling clothing. And let's say this boutique shop is located in Nyeri. Then it means my customers are actually hailing from Nyeri, because I don't look forward from buying or from selling to a customer who is coming all the way from Nakuru. Therefore, it means that my business is confined in a certain location. Therefore, it means that you actually have what we call sort of a market segmentation. But when you are out there, and anybody can actually access your thing, and therefore it means anyone out there is a potential customer. Let's take an example of AliExpress. Let's take an example of Alibaba and what have you, the Amazon and others. Then that means you can people, okay, fine, that may be sound like a complicated. Let's take an example of Jumia here in Kenya. Jumia, you can actually go there, be able to shop online, be able to get your thing and get back home. And they can actually bring those things to your place. And therefore it means Jumia is a place whereby almost everybody, provided you have an access to the internet, then it means you can be able to access their market. There is nothing like market segmentation. So the scam case they're supposed to understand, the real money, it is in the internet. And let me just give you examples of what you can be able to do to tap that money and be able to transform it to your own need. Number one, you can as well be able to learn something new, a whole new skill from the YouTube. from TikTok, from wherever the place, you can be able to get a whole new skills and progress to the next level. When I was starting up, I didn't even know how to edit videos. I didn't even know to stand before a camera. I didn't even know some of the things. These things you keep on learning. Right now, you're watching me. You are learning these skills from me using this internet. Therefore, it means that you can be able to pick a thing and be able to leverage on that and be out there and be able to disseminate those services and get money in return. Number two, I always give this example, and I love giving this example at all the time. Let's say you are out there, you have a skill of a certain something. Let's say you are a mental health individual, meaning like you have their capacity to serve people in that area. Let's say you are a psychologist. Let's say you are something like a motivational speaker. Let's say you know how about languages. You can teach English. You can teach anything. You can come here. You can cook. You get what I'm saying? You can come here, coach people about that thing, and then later you can produce yourself a masterclass. You can be able to have your clients. You can be able to charge them. You can offer your services online. You can be able to advertise your company here. And by the way, if there is something or if there is a time that is very actually easier to start a company right now, it is the time. Why? Because you can be able to start a company. All what you need is your phone and of course standing before a camera like this and talking to people, and you can start a whole farm. Whenever now it works virtually, then you can be able to now bring that you can sort of dispense it on the physical realm, whereby like people can actually visit your location physically, but you've actually tried to do the feasibility online. That's exactly how you can do it. Now, the problem is this: you're still rigid to the traditional way of doing your things. You're still rigid doing things in a traditional way. You're not trying to start this specific internet thing. And for example, there's some wonderful ladies whom you'll see them online here. They go buy some clothing, they iron them, and then they actually send them online. And what you do is that they go, for example, let's say you start like a small business, for example, like a Mutumba business. You have a budget of like 30,000. This is how they are doing nowadays. You go to Gikomba, you go to whichever the place, you buy those clothings, you iron them, they just appear nice and good. And then do you know what they do? Because you do not have money to start a store whereby you can be able to rent, you go to CBDs. There are people who are renting what we call the shelves. You rent a shelf and then you package some of the things and you keep them there. And then once you get a client, they ask you, hey, where is your physical location in terms of your business? You tell them, I'm in a certain building, store number flani, and then once you show up there, they'll be able to actually get the product that you've actually can buy. You can either pay as you see the thing, and then you can be able to get somebody there. I mean, they're just like stipulated ways on how you can be able to make money nowadays in terms of online. That is just a way number one. A way number two, you can be able to learn a skill. You can head over to some of the websites whereby you can be able to offer services. Never forget that part. The issue is not you going online and making money. The issue is you offering services. If you go to some of this website like Upwork, like Rev, like Fiverr, like all those kind of areas, academic ratings and what have you, you can be able to exchange your services, exchange your time, and make some money at all the time. You can be able to go to annotations, you can be able to go to virtual assistants, you can be able to go to things like corporate, I don't know, copywriting or something also. So those are just but examples of the areas that you can be able to earn. But now the problem with you want to skip the skills part of it. No, you cannot be able to skip the skills part of it. You got to get the skills first. After getting the skills first, open an account, of which will be first of all subjected to a test. Once you pass the test, then they take you to the next level. They take you to their platform. Now from their platform, you can be able to offer your services in exchange of the monetary value. That is exactly how it goes. So first of all, don't despise the power of internet, because the future land, and that's how actually I can be able to frame it. The future land, it is in the internet. If you let it leave you behind, that will be the problem. And this is a challenge that I'm giving to parents that are out there. In this country, we are used to taking our kids to learn about computer when you're done with Form 4. I mean, seriously, you're taking an 18-year-old individual to go and learn a computer just to press some keys, the control, the what have you, the wording and the packages. I believe this thing should be catered for all the way from the word go. That time that, for example, right now, at the time I'm recording this video is of October 2023. And then it means that kids are about to close the school, or they are closing the school. That period from all the way from October to January, those 2 months are actually enough for you to take that kid, whether they are in high school, whether they're in primary school, let them learn the skills, because nowadays even coding is becoming way more what we call like a necessity. So what I'm telling you is this: instead of you waiting all the way until the kid finishes the high school so that they can be able to learn the skills about the computer and what have you, You can be able to learn as early as you can so that at least you can be competitive. Some of the kids in the first world countries are learning these things when they are still kindergarten. That's the time they get familiarized with the computer things and systems and coding and what have you. That's why you get a small kid from those countries doing things that mesmerizes you. You wonder, when did they access the computers? Because for you, you're given the option of the computer, you drop the computer, you'd rather do other things. Okay, so my point is this: in whatever the business, let's say for example you are a business person who is doing the business right now as we speak, think on how you can be able to take your skills internet in the online way where people can be able to access you. And if you can see what the government is doing, government is actually trying to make things accessible internet. For example, nowadays we have something called like the e-citizen. From the e-citizen platform, you can be able to register a company, you can be able to register for your DL, for your passport, for your all those activities. Kitambo used to queue like physically. You go to those premises, you queue physically, you do all those things. Nowadays, if it's a passport, you do everything online. You book a date, and then once you show up there, you've done much of the work, filling all those documents. You just go there to be taken the DNA, the fingerprinting, and what have you. So everything has actually been summarized. Now there you are, you're doing your business in a traditional way. You're rigid. You don't want to kind of adjust yourself so that at least you'll be able to, progress to the next level. So the point is this: right now as we speak, the money is in the online, and therefore try to shift towards that. You can be able to cook. People tell you you're a good chef. People tell you cook good, nice food. Why don't you make videos about that? Just be passionate. Make those videos. Even if people don't view, just keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. A day will come and everything will burst out, and everybody, or close to a lot of people, will be able to see it. And that particular point, when they show interest, obviously offer quality services. Let them know how they can be able to reach you, how you can be able to help them do exactly as you do, so that at least they can be able to improve your life. That is exactly their life. That is exactly how you do the things. That is exactly how you go out there and make yourself a person of value on the internet and progress to the next level. So my point is this: money, and not just money, but good money, is the internet. And how do you do it? I have given you a step-by-step way on how you can be able to get into the internet, do your things on the internet, learn some skills on the internet, monetize your skills, get some cash, incorporate financial management, and that's how you grow to the next level. And by the way, don't forget, you can always pick my number on the purposes of investment from the description of this specific video. Give me a call, let's talk about business, and let's progress to the next level. For now, it's a goodbye, but don't forget as well, like this video, comment down below, and tell me what you think. And if you don't want to miss any of my good videos in the future, click that subscription button, turn the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new good video, because I do so each and every day. And I don't think you're supposed to miss. I mean, seriously, if this is a cup of coffee, consider doing that. And I wonder, who hates money? I mean, who hates about money management and all those kind of things? So if that's a cup of your coffee, then consider this a place and call it a home. For now, it's a goodbye, and see you in the next one.